Well, it's early morning, and let's see, it was about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock this morning when my cat baby had brought something into the house. Of course, I didn't know what it was at first. Not until I got up from my chair and started to walk in the hallway. He had set it right to the side of my table by my chair, which cats always do. And this is what I found. Bless his heart. It's just so sad. I mean, if you got cats, it's something that happens a lot. Either they'll bring their prey in while it's still alive, with which I rescued a lot of birds, before they toyed with them to death, because they usually don't want to let go of them. But the possum, he must have been in the garage, or I don't know, just coming to eat. I don't know if he got lagged behind the rest of them, his mom and his siblings, but baby obviously pranced on him, and there's not any blood. There's no sign of injury anywhere. But cats, to get a handle on their prey, can be aggressive, and he had him with his mouth with no punctures, but they're very rough. And of course, a possum, possums are known for playing dead. I don't know if they do that by instinct when they're this young, but usually I've seen it happen where when they do that, that's when they end up getting killed. And it's brutal what I've witnessed by two big old dogs cornering a possum on the porch, and I got out there. He was playing dead, and they just picked him up and took off running, and I took off running after him. I couldn't catch him for nothing. So that was his fate. But this poor little guy, he had been alive. I don't know how long he'd been laying there, but he had, his waist came out, on the carpet, through the hallway to the place that he brought him. So he might have still been struggling, and the more he struggled, the tighter grip, and there could be internal damage, or else just the shock, killed him. But I thought he might still be alive, so I started pumping his chest, and believe it or not, it sounds freaky. It is freaky, but I opened up his mouth and was trying to breathe into his mouth. And they say breathe into their mouth and their nose at the same time. And then, we just didn't know, so I thought, I'd just leave him lie in a quiet place to see if he would come around, which he did not. But their little rat tail, long rat tail, and their little digits. I meant they're like fingers. I meant, see that? They got little fingernails that look painted. I don't know if you can see this. You know, I know how to wash my hands and sterilize. But look at them little fingers. When I had one that was just newborn, he would just hold the bottle and grasp it with his little fingers. Look at, they look like little baby human fingers. Exactly. With painted fingernails. You know? I meant, they stay this color, you know, until they get their adolescence. Like the one I got the videotape on YouTube in the broad daylight eating next to my stray cat, side by side. Same color. They look exactly the same, except he's, you know, what, 5 times, six times bigger, but still an adolescent. You know, and I hate to do this out of disrespect, but they got there some teeth there. They've got teeth. They've got lots of teeth. But I've never met an aggressive one ever. You know, they're more scared of you and anything else. And so I'm going to have me a little funeral today or tomorrow. It's real cold, so I'll be able to wrap him up real good and keep him somewhere outside, you know, in the garage where baby can't get to him until I can dig him a hole big enough, and I'll just keep him wrapped in this towel. It's his towel now. So I just wanted to tape this. I mean, it's just look at that cute little face. I just still can't get over the fingers. I meant, they look so real, human-like. And he's already got sharp, long nails. Poor little buddy. I used to just bawl and cry like a baby, you know. Sometimes I still do, but as much as I've been through with animals, you know, I just never know when it's gonna hit me hard. But you know, I was too late. I didn't hear any commotion or anything, because usually my ears are pretty in tune with every sound. But my husband was sitting in the chair just beside me, and he could have seen baby bringing in something this size. So I don't know if his eyes were closed at that time or what he was doing. Poor little guy. Poor little guy. Hope his mama misses him. Maybe she came back looking for him. I'm sure she did. Well, at least I'm not doing this showing an animal dying, because I just can't do that. You know? I just can't do that. There's just something not right about that. you know. So anyway, that would have been my next little possum. So where there's one, there'll be more. So he's just gonna go to heaven with all the rest of the little animals that anybody's ever cared about or loved or feel anything for. That's what I believe. Especially our pets, you know. But well, that's the life. And that's something you gotta expect when you have cats. And I've had fish I've had brought up on my porch when I lived in the country. I've had so much stuff. I can't even think of everything. And if they didn't kill it, and if it's dead outside, they're not gonna bring it in the house. They don't do that. But if it's something they caught or something they killed, they will always bring it into the house as a gift. I mean, it's like you can't scold them unless you're trying to get something alive away from them, you know, to get them to leave it alone or get it out of its mouth. But yeah, this was my gift this morning. Sad gift, but I understand.